Hey guys, Kane Brimley here with you again. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be starting a segment called Mobility Monday, where I focus primarily on the handicapped type issues. And today's video is going to be about the handicapped vehicles that I've owned, particularly the VPG Auto MV-1. For those of you watching, you may have guessed that vehicles are one of the biggest challenges handicapped people, particularly those of us that use wheelchairs, face. For the longest time, we had two options in the world of handicapped accessible vehicles. That was an industrial lift made by Braun or a conversion done by a company called VMI. Now, I've had experience with both these vehicles. When I was a younger man, we owned a vehicle, my parents, with a lift made by Braun. From what I remember, this system was pretty good. We had some issues with the Volkswagen van that it was inserted into, but the lift system itself was fine. It's a lot like a lift you might see in, say, a school bus or a taxi cab, so on and so forth. Back in 2009, I myself owned a Honda Odyssey with a VMI lift conversion in it. Now, I'm not here to badmouth any company, and let me at this point say that any opinion in this video is simply my opinion. I am not a paid reviewer for VPG or any other company. This is strictly my opinion. But I had a number of problems with my VMI conversion. With these conversions, the vehicle is essentially gutted from OEM and major parts are completely replaced. In my opinion, it's done with lower quality materials because in the 3 years that I owned the vehicle, I had major rust issues with the AC lines and the exhaust. For 2 years in a row, the AC lines rusted out over the winter, and I had no working AC come the summer. And within a couple of years, the exhaust system had completely rusted, and I had to have one replaced at a local store near me. And to accommodate wheelchairs, these vehicles also have the floor lowered over 12 inches. The OEM floor is removed. While this does provide increased space for both the wheelchair user and the other passengers or driver, the vehicle does bottom out and scrape in potholes and things like parking ramps, anything where there was a grade difference. The vehicle would tend to scrape and occasionally cause other damage. To accommodate the lower floor, the electronics are also replaced, some necessarily to control the ramp system, but it also resulted in some other problems in that the automatic doors were connected to the lift and often failed. And as a result, the number of issues that I had with the converted parts caused me to spend more money on repairs than my car payment. So I did some research and I found out about the VPG Auto MV-1. And let me tell you guys, it's the best decision when it comes to a vehicle that I have ever made. The vehicle itself, and I didn't choose the deluxe version or the high-end version of the vehicle. Like any vehicle manufacturer, they have several models, a basic and a more deluxe. This vehicle doesn't maybe have all those bells and whistles. It maybe wasn't as luscious, so to say, as the Honda Odyssey. However, when it comes to the handicapped accessibility and systems, this vehicle is absolutely fantastic. It is the first and only handicapped vehicle that is designed, engineered, and assembled from the ground up to accommodate a lift system. There are no kneeling systems or other electrical type parts that are involved in the VMI conversions, so you have fewer problems with things like that. And because the vehicle is designed to be built with a ramp and accessible, you have fewer of the problems with the lowered floor, the replaced parts. It's quite durable, has been absolutely fantastic. I've had zero problems or repairs on the lift in the year that I've owned the vehicle. VPG Auto is a division of American General, designers in the military Humvee, and the toughness and characteristics do come through in the design, as I'm sure you'll see in the video that I overlay here. And I also show the ramp unfolding and folding, the interior of the van, and I do a little zoom in on the front to show my locking system, which is an easy lock system, which is part of a conversion to the floor. It's basically added in by the mechanics who do work on the vehicle. To lock my wheelchair in, there's a bolt at the bottom of my wheelchair that allows it to lock right into the floor. That is not specifically something that the MV-1 provides. That was additional or aftermarket. But this is absolutely fantastic. I'll put links to their website in the description below. If you know anyone who's disabled, if you are disabled yourself, if you use a wheelchair, please check these guys out. The vehicles are fantastic. The parts are all American made. I think they generally come from Ford Motor Company, and so they're easy to replace, very cost efficient. And as I've said, in the year of owning it, I've had nothing but basic maintenance. I've had one oil change and no problems with the lift whatsoever in comparison to the VMI. Please, if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe. And Wednesday, we're going to have the Raw Onion Challenge. And I thank you for watching and listening, guys. King Brimley out.